Hello everybody, I am Maddii. I am the team manager of the Fantic Factory team, and today I'm going to present you the bike of our rider Nicholas Lapucci, our Italian rider that is riding in the EMX 250 this year. So let's start from the Nicholas is not so tall boy, so we adjust the bike for him, starting from the handlebar. We have this handlebar from Domino, and every rider uses the same model of handlebar, but Nicholas, of course, he uses it very low because it's not so tall. And then we have the X-Trig triple clamps, and the bar mount for Nicholas, of course, are pretty low. And we can continue with the seat. Also, the seat is more low for Nicholas, and as well the subframe is more low, 1.5 centimeters. And another things is the logical foot pegs, but we made it 7 millimeters more higher for Nicholas. So let's say that we try to suit the bike on our rider the best and the most we can, because we believe this is really important. And so other stuff, we can talk about the Kayaba factory suspension. And then we have a special tube for the brake. The system is standard, but the tube is more strong. We have more strong braking. We use kite wheels and disc and brake pads from Newfriend. The same measure of the standard. And then we can move to the engine. We use a special tank, a little bit more big than the standard one, a carbon tank from CRM. It's 9 liter, because of course in the sand we need a lot of fuel with this bike. And another special things, we have now bigger radiators for keep the temperature more low during all the competition. And then about the engine, I cannot say much, but the engine is totally tuned by Fantic. They change the head, they change the piston, they work on the cylinder in the crankshaft. In this part, carburetor it's standard. And then we use a special filter from DT1 air filters. And about the pipe it's made by HGS, but it's a special model for our team and for Fantic. HGS is now also providing the pipes for the production bike for Fantic, so we have a really strong relation. And then we use a couple of things from Jacko's power parts, like this is just more for have a nice looking, and just this part to have a little bit less free play and have more that the rear brake is more direct. So that's the only thing. The other things are only for looking. And talking about the swing arm and all the stuff in the back, it's totally standard. The same, the rear brake is from Newfriend, brake pads from Newfriend. Another parts from Jacko that it's possible to adjust. We don't need to change the position. You just have to turn this, and you can change 2 teeth on the rear sprocket. So this is very handy if we have to do some tests. We don't need to cut the chain or something like that. We just need to turn that. And then we can go from this side. Of course, the seats are from De La Valle with special foam. It's pretty light, a little bit more light than usually. And another funny and interesting thing is the chain. It's by Regina. For the factory bike, we use a special chain with it's a little bit more light and more strong than the standard one. And then we use all this part from Raycon, the front brake lever, because Nicholas wants this lever more thin than, so this is a little bit smaller than the standard one, so he preferred to have better feeling. And as well the clutch is also from Raycon. Sometimes we also change the measure from this point to have different reaction on the start, and this is really handy to adjust the clutch during the race, so the rider can easily adjust and keep always the clutch in the right position. And of course we need to take the engine under control, so we always use 2 hour meters. One we keep in the frame, so with this hour meter we can see the hours of the frame and all the chassis, but we also have another engine meters on the engine, so we always know how many hours have the engine and how many hours has the bike, because of course the engine we service when it's necessary, and so we can always keep everything under control. I think it's pretty much all from our bike, and bike is running pretty well and the rider is pretty happy. And now we have the last 2 races of the season, so we hope to finish in a high note and then have some rest for the next season.
Since when you do this job?
I started this job in 2017. I was a rider myself until 2016, and then with my father in 2017 we decided to start again with the team. My father had the team already in the past, then he followed me during my professional career, and then in 2017 we start again. So this is our 5th year for the team, and here we are.
What kind of sitting Nicholas is making more attention on the bike?
Yeah, for Nicholas it's very important the position of the handlebar and the levers. So his mechanic, I have to say that he knows pretty well his position, and he always put the handlebar and the levers and the brake, the rear brake, in the right position, and this is for him is really important. So he always look very, very carefully that everything is like he like, and then before going the track, he check with his mechanic that everything is perfect. And so I would say that this is the thing.
What kind of friendship there is between Nicholas and his mechanic?
Yeah, this friendship, it's strong, you know. We always work together every day, so we are like a big family. So the relation, it's strong. It's strong. There is a very good connection between him and the mechanics, and I think this is a very important point. And of course, also when they are in the track, many times they don't know even to speak to each other. You know, they already know what to say and what the rider think, and this kind of connection, I think, makes the difference.
If there is any special vocabulary from the pit board on the pit lane between the riders and the mechanic?
Yeah, there is really not something special, but it depends of the situation that the rider is on in that moment. So, for example, if the rider is leading, we communicate to the rider his lap times and just keep focus and use your head, you know. If the rider is more in the back, we try to push him to attack the rider in the front. But of course, depends also of the moment of the season. Now we are in the end of the season, so we need to stay focused. So we always try to keep the rider calm, you know, and don't make any stupid mistakes. So from our side, from outside, we try to do our best, you know, and to keep the rider quiet and mentally strong.